Hey everybody, it's Chad with Nobody Else's Auto. We are back at one of my favorite places on the face of the planet, the Auburn Cord Duesenberg factory in Oklahoma. Here with my good friend Doug Prey. Doug, every time I come here, this place you have more and more and more crazy cool stuff here. My brain spins when I come here.
Chad, I tell you what, you're fun to show around because you're so enthusiastic about this stuff. But you're right, we do have something different every time you come. So we can show you our latest goodie if you want to see it here.
Yeah, and this is a super unique car that you just picked up.
Yeah, I've had it just a few days actually. This car, we're calling it a Cord Speedster. Coffin nose cord front end, transmission cover. They were front wheel drive originally. So this was a car that a gentleman came in and bought a fiberglass Auburn Speedster kit for my father in around 1989 or 1990. And he said he wanted to build a Speedster, but he loved the cord front end. So he bought an original cord hood for my father, made molds for a fiberglass hood and made molds for the cord louvers, and combined the Auburn Speedster boat tail rear end with the cord front end. Now this never existed in 1935, 36, and 37, but a company called Wyandotte Toy Company actually made a toy car of this, a wind-up toy back in the 30s. So this would be very similar to that wind-up toy. Auburn rear half, cord front half. So this one has an Auburn Speedster windshield, but cord hood, cord grill, cord front fenders. Originally, cord would have had the hideaway headlights, so you wouldn't have seen the headlights in the fender. But the gentleman that bought it and started building it, he spent over 10 years creating this beauty. And he got sick and he passed away. And the car got down that needed wheels, tires, and an interior. And so when I bought it, I'm going to actually put different wheels, and I'm going to put wide white walls on it for myself. I'm going to put a fancy leather interior in it. Other than that, it's got a 460 Lincoln or 460 Ford engine in it that was totally built up, pinstripe valve covers, absolutely gorgeous under the hood, a little dusty because it hadn't run in over 10 years. It's just been in storage. So this is the way it looked coming straight out of storage. Heck of a car, only one like it in the entire world.
Now, you said he made fiberglass molds off of an original hood and grill that he got from your dad.
Correct.
And then he came up with this, which really, it's not exactly like cord because this would be all metal on a cord.
Right.
But you can't tell the difference walking up to this thing.
It's longer than the original cord hood. There's more louvers than the original cord, but it's definitely cord. It all started with the cord front end, combined cord with Auburn, and we have a Cord Speedster. And again, it's the only one in the world. It was this gentleman's idea. He was a body man. He did very good work. Craftsmanship is fantastic. Rack and pinion steering, vintage air, 460 Lincoln motor that's built. The car drives like a hot rod. It's lightweight. It's got a low center of gravity. When we finish detailing out a real fancy interior in it and some different wheels and tires, we probably will put this car up for sale. I was going to keep it for myself and drive it, but if the right person comes along and really wants it, I've got an original Speedster, and so a Cord Speedster, a little unique, more of a street rodder type, purist, maybe not so much so, but street rodders love this kind of stuff, and I love it too. I think it's a...
Well, you look at the windshield frame, if you come up here and look at the V windshield, that's just like the Auburn, correct?
Yeah, but that is an Auburn windshield.
That's an Auburn windshield frame.
1935, 1936.
So it comes right down this big cord hood, right into that big V windshield.
Yes. Yeah, I know, and it's a gorgeous look. Ford windshields were similar, but that is definitely Auburn all the way. So everything about this car is again, it's kind of a unique design off of a toy car from the 35, 36, 37 era. And he did a great job. It was his vision of what he wanted a Cord Speedster to look like. Now what I was thinking of doing is changing out wheels and put some more street roddish looking wheels. And then the belt line on the car, we're going to paint it maybe the same color red as the fenders to bring the red in.
So we come all the way down.
Right, and put red
through here,
and that would bring it all in. And then we're going to put a red leather interior in it. And yeah, it works very well. In fact, would you mind opening the hood for us so you can see the hood? The hood's dusty again. It's sat for 10 years. Literally, the car when it was built, it has about 10 miles on it. And it's kind of interesting the way this works. It pops open from the front, then slides back. Very interesting design. And then tilts forward is where the original Cords open from the rear, and this opened from the top. And he was just about finished with all this engineering. But again, vintage air, rack and pinion steering. Even look at the air cleaner. Air cleaner, what, is that Cadillac?
Yeah, like early 50s, mid 50s Cadillac.
Beautiful air cleaner. I think with the styling that goes.
And even pinstriped all that.
Yeah, I mean, he did a nice job. And again, the engine's all dusty and dirty, but yet it's new.
But just look at how smooth that hood opened when that was all custom.
And he had to design it all.
Yeah, every bit of that was custom.
We'll put a banjo steering wheel in it. And so that'd be nice. It's got a nice instrument panel, vintage instruments in it. Made for removable hardtop. He never got the removable hardtop built. But I just drive it open. Who wants to put a top on a car like this? Just drive it.
Oh yeah.
Sunday afternoon, go to the street rod shows and the cruise ins and go fast and have a lot of fun. So.
And then clear at the back, we got a boat tail on this.
Yeah, which is interesting. That's one of the most beautiful designs in the entire world is the boat tail. Boat tails actually were designed back in cars cleared pre-teen, and it was for race cars, for streamlining. And it was so popular, Auburn started using it in 1928, and they called it the Speedster. So if it's got a boat tail on it, it's called the Speedster. And they did boat tails in 28, 29, then a modern version of it in 31, 32, 33, and then again a more supercharged modern version in 35, 36. That's what this would be off of. 35, 36, Auburn Speedster. Front end would be 36, 37 Cord, all on a modern Ford chassis with a 460 V8 in it. And so he did his own thing like the custom tail lights. And, you know,
And it's just cool the way this comes all the way back here, and then the fenders come back to a point, the tail lights back here, just a beautiful design. And it's kind of hard to see, it's kind of tight back in here, but they did such an amazing job. And actually, this look, you know, this looks like to me, a toy company called Renwall. I don't know if you've ever heard of Renwall. They made little plastic cars. They made a toy called the Speed King.
okay.
And the back of a Speed King Renwall looks identical to this. The way the two fenders peek out by the boat tail, that's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, it's an incredible design. So anyway, at some point, you know, if anybody's interested in it, you know, give me a call. I'll probably go ahead and part with it. I'd like to play with it a little bit, finish up all the detail on it, get the fancy interior in it and everything. But I think I'll probably put it up for sale sometime here in the future.
So, super cool car. As always, Doug, thanks. I appreciate
yeah.
it. Stay tuned. We got some more cool stuff we're going to do here. If you missed the videos we shot, we were here last year, definitely be sure to go back and check those things out, because it's different stuff from this time, because like I said, every time I'm here, there's a ton of cool stuff.
Yeah, it was good. Well, I got some more stuff we'll show you here.
All right, sounds good. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Be sure to click that subscribe button, and we'll see you soon on the next video.